Are you thinking about moving to Las Vegas but wondering what it really costs to live here? Well, today I brought my actual bills and I'm not holding anything back. From housing to utilities to groceries, childcare, and even lifestyle costs, we're covering it. Oh, and one of those monthly expenses is going to blow your actual mind. Let's just say it's not what you'd expect from living in the desert. I've lived here for more than 3 decades and I've seen every boom, bust, and everything in between. So by the time we're done with this video, you're gonna know exactly what it takes to live comfortably in 2025. So housing is the biggest piece of the puzzle when it comes to the cost of living thing out in Las Vegas. As of 2025, the median home price sits around 470, but that number changes fast depending on where you're looking. Summerlin and Henderson, for example, are definitely on the higher side. Newer construction, amenities, great school, you're going to be looking at about 600K and up. Head over to Centennial Hills or maybe the Northwest, and you can still find solid homes in the low 400s. Renters can expect to spend about $2,000 to $2,500 a month for a 3-bedroom. And here's the perk that Californians love: the property taxes. Our average property tax is about 0.6%, which is roughly 1/3 of what one might expect to pay in LA County. Location is everything in this city. Prices, schools, even lifestyle change block by block in our patchwork valleys. So if you want real insight before you move, you've got to reach out. Our team has decades of local knowledge, and we're here to help you find your perfect fit. Las Vegas has one of the most diverse mixes of home styles out west. We've got new build master plans with solar, tankless water heaters, and EV chargers. Then we've got classic ranch style homes from the 70s and 80s and that have matured landscaping, and modern desert custom builds that look straight out of Palm Springs. New construction does tend to cost more upfront, but the energy savings and lower maintenance often offset everything long term. Older homes might give you more character and yard space, but you do need to plan to update maybe your HVAC, possibly roofing, and possibly exterior in the next few years. If you're coming from a state where HOAs are rare, get ready. Standard HOAs run about $60 to $150 a month, but luxury guard-gated communities, think like the Ridges or McDonald Highlands, can hit $300 more. They usually cover landscaping, community pools, parks, and security control. Just remember to include your HOAs when you're comparing monthly costs because it can be easily overlooked. All right, so let's dig into the big one, which is utilities, because this is where locals are feeling it most right now. NV Energy is the only game in town, and they have requested a 9% increase for Southern Nevada, which could tack on about $15 to $20 a month onto their average bills. Regulators also approved a daily demand charge. Basically, you're charged for your peak 15-minute usage each day. So if you blast your AC and the dryer at the same time, you'll see that on your bill. And for most households, that's another $20 to $30 a month, and that trend is statewide. Because we live in the desert, your power bill lives and dies by the AC. And you can actually get on a plan with the power district that will balance out your average yearly cost and break it down monthly so you know exactly what to expect. And this is why you have to give us a call, because we have all those inside tips to help you plan and save. So in our 4-bedroom, 2,300 square foot home, summer power bills can hit anywhere between $350 to $400 a month. Winter bills drop down to like $150 to $200 a month. Water and trash combined usually run between $100 and $150 a month. That depends on irrigation and whether you still have grass, but most residents out here have opted for more desert landscaping. Gas comes from Southwest Gas, and honestly, it's pretty low. It's about $25 to $60 a month, and depending on the season and the size of your home, that's what you can expect. Now, here's where the desert works in your favor. Exterior maintenance is very low here. It's we're no snow, we've got no humidity, no salt damage. And I remember when I was back with my grandparents in Wisconsin, we had to repaint every few years, along with more frequent roof updates and constantly having to take care of the driveway. Well, a well-maintained stucco home here can last up to 20 years or more before you even need to touch the exterior. The tile roofs often hold up just as long. Even paint, driveways, and landscaping last longer here than in wetter climates. So while utilities do tend to climb during those hot months, long-term costs do stay rather low. All right, so let's dive into groceries. This one is the one that really gets me. It drives me nuts, and it's a slippery slope, let me tell you. This one does surprise people. Nevada ranks among one of the top 5 most expensive states for groceries, honestly, and it's true. Averaging about $295 a week, $1,175 a month. That's one hair below California's $298 a week. But once you zoom in on cities like Los Angeles or San Francisco, prices there are 30% higher than Las Vegas. So if you're relocating from California, especially the coast, you'll actually likely feel some relief at the checkout, unlike me, who's lived here my whole life. It's way more expensive than it was when I was growing up. A gallon of milk is going to cost you about $3.60 here. If you go organic, expect to spend $4 to $5. In San Francisco, you're looking to spend about $5.85. And bread here is about $3.50 to $4.50 and about $5 over on the West Coast. Bread is going to be about $3.50 and you can expect $4.50 to $5.50 over in San Francisco. Places like Trader Joe's, Costco, and Winco do help to keep costs down, but if you're an organic shopper like me, I've got young children, expect to spend about 20 to 30% more. So honestly, it's really important that you do kind of monitor what you spend, because once you start adding in eating out, you can go upwards to $2,000 more very easily in this city. Vegas is a driving city, and that is no question. So let's dive into transportation. Public transport exists, but most residents 100% rely on cars. Gas prices hover around $4.25 a gallon, but you can get better deals at places like Costco or Smith's, for example, if you build up some points. The average commute here is about 20 to 35 minutes, and most of our parking is free unless you're on the strip or downtown. Oil changes and car maintenance run standard prices, and since there's minimal rust or salt here, cars actually hold up much longer. Vegas is constantly evolving, so let's talk about growth. We've got the A's Stadium coming, massive mixed-use developments in West Henderson and Summerlin, and new master plans like Crystal Commons and Cadence South expanding every month. That growth means more demand and slowly rising prices, but also better schools, parks, and restaurants. But if you're moving now, you're ahead of the curve, honestly, before that next big wave of appreciation hits. If you have kids, schools will shape where you live in Las Vegas. There is no doubt about it. There are great daycare options all over the city, and you should expect to pay about $1,000 to $2,000 a month per child, depending on their age. Public schools here fall under Clark County, but we've seen a huge boom in charter and private schools. Private schools' tuitions can run anywhere from $800 to $2,000 a month, and charter schools are free, but most often have long wait lists, so you need to be strategic about it. Areas like Summerlin or Green Valley are constantly rated highest academically, which is one reason why those communities tend to hold value long run. If school rankings are at the top of your priority, call us before you start your housing hunt. We can save you hours by matching neighborhoods to your priorities. Here's something that I think doesn't get enough attention about Las Vegas, because we're often labeled as like a very expensive place to go for tourists, but there's a ton of free things to do here, from festivals to children activities to outdoors. You're only 20 minutes away from Red Rock Canyon, 45 minutes to Mount Charleston, and just an hour from like me. Hiking, biking, boating, paddleboarding, and even a quick ski day isn't that far away. And if you travel often, this is a major perk. Harry Reid International Airport sits right in the middle of the city. It makes a quick weekend trip to California or Utah super easy, and the savings compared to connecting flights in smaller markets definitely does add up. A few unique costs to keep in mind. Some of the neighborhoods do have what's called SIDS and LIDs, and I explained that in another video. It's for infrastructure. Usually $30 to $60 a month will be added to your mortgage, but you pay into it and it's paid off over a lump sum of time. Grass lawns are being phased out statewide, so if your home still has one, expect to pay a little bit higher water bills a month, and that goes for pools too. One more thing is tipping. We are a city built on tipping. So restaurants, valet, even car washes, definitely expect tips, and it can add up. So you want to plan a little bit more into your monthly budget. So what's the verdict? Vegas can still be one of the most affordable places in the major metros in the West. These can still be one of the most affordable places to live in the major metros in the West, if you plan smart. The key is understanding where to spend and where to save, and that's what we help people with every day. So if you want a custom cost of living breakdown based on your lifestyle or price range, reach out, call, text, or email me at Kristin@YourLuxuryPro anytime. I would love to help you make Las Vegas your home. And if we want to dive deeper into what the pros and cons of living here are, go ahead and click this video right here.